Good morning, everyone. It's the 8th of April, and you're looking at my Hoya carnosa specimen, which has a lot of cuttings in it but thrived, and it's giving me the best show off of flowers it has done ever. The bud started developing 20th of March. I have posted shots on my channel, but I had to go away for a certain period, out of state again, for my father's funeral. He had a lot of complications. He was sick for a while, and we were estranged. And as the cherry on top, I had to go there with my abusive partner, who mentally and emotionally abused me, the way there and the way back. So that's how life is. Sometimes it rolls on with all the punches, but when Jesus has taught us, in shortly, you cannot lose your cool, and you have to try to act the God's way as much as possible. To me, the period was emotionally overwhelming enough to do that. Let me get to the other side of the balcony. I just started the video over here just to show you how great it looks from afar. I'll just pan around and show you guys how this is blooming. There are over 50 blooms, 55 yesterday, and 3 fell today. And this vine, rather these vines in the same pot, goes all the way to the end of the front balcony. If you can see how this has trailed, you can see that it did it on its own. This kind of trailing among themselves suggests that the trellising or the trailing along wasn't anything that is done by us. Let me show you the inside of the pot. This is a long overdue repot in lava rock and charcoal for 4 years. And there's a bottom reservoir, a built-in reservoir for this plastic container, and the cover pot is just for decoration. Multiple cuttings being made because the long vine was damaged due to transportation when I moved 4 years ago, and this much of flowers I have never seen. So if I have leftover fertilizer that is balanced, I would just spray some like this. But this mainly got rained on, and the humidity arising from this waterway was the ideal setup for a Hoya carnosa, which only asks you for the very minimal care. So for a Hoya carnosa, being a species, there's no problem mostly when it comes to being in an overdue repotting situation, they can just thrive, because I have seen in houses which they do not even fertilize, like these scrawny stems that are on the ground, on the earth itself, which has grown along onto the roofs of houses. So it's quite easy to grow a Hoya carnosa or any primary hybrid like this, because you guys know I have some others also doing well. I'll show them to you very quickly at the end of this video, but I just wanted to show you how beautifully these are blooming. And I thought by the time I get back, which was 2 days ago, all the blooms must have fallen. No, it was like a welcome gift, and I really appreciate that, because of what I was experiencing the previous days. The good thing that happened from that trip to my father's funeral was I got to know a lot of my relations, and people who knew me came up to me to talk to me. They knew me when I was an infant, and in most of those couples who have their own children now, I was their first child. So there are 10 odd people who told me the same thing which I just told you guys. So getting back to the video, this type of thing is very, very, very common with Hoya carnosa, because this is the mother of all Hoyas, that is used for all kinds of hybridization. I am not going to go into it because you guys know. Let me get to the other side and show you what's happening. But first of all, I'll show you very light green leaves of my Hoya Kerry. So this is the Sweetheart Hoya. This Kerrii was broken because the mother pot was downed and rummaged through by monkeys, and then I brought it here because it was failing over there, and I put it in pure coco peat. And these top charcoal pieces are from the coconut shell, which is used for incensing, the smoking and incensing where I stay. So they are light green because there's so much of sun, too much of sun, which actually is on the verge of getting sunburned. If you can see, there are sunburn patches, like they can lighten or darken anytime when the sun goes a bit down, right? So the morning sun hits very straight onto this. Towards that side is the east. Let me get to the other balcony and show you my other Hoyas which are thriving the same. This here is my Hoya parasitica heart shape. I gave it a bit of fertilizer, and as you can see, because of the rain, the cover pot is filled with water which I need to empty. So the trick to a very healthy Hoya is to give it fertilizer when they are about to bloom. This is my Hoya obovata, and it's about to bloom, right, when they are developing buds. Let me get to the other side. This is my Hoya kerrii mother plant, where that strip broke, the stem of vine which broke, and this is how it looks. Right, when it's neglected also they will bloom, but in my experience Hoya carnosa has been the easiest, but the Hoya kerrii has been the hardest for me to bloom. It has still not bloomed. So these are my other Hoyas. CV Jennifer, Hoya Booty, Rotundiflora. I don't remember this as always. This is my recovering Finlaysonii. Decay, another specimen of CV Jennifer. Hoya glabra schlechter. Hoya latifolia. Again, I have forgotten this. Another latifolia. The variegated Hoya kerrii. This was upended when I came. This whole area was rummaged and destroyed. All the pots were upended, but luckily I did not have any broken ceramic pots. All to thank you to the monkeys. So this is my Merrillii, obovata innervariegated, which is losing its variegation, very little variegation in the new leaves, and some other orchids and Hoyas. And these are my Vandas. So my Chaupraia had twin flower spikes, but because of the high heat and me not being here, one spike is done, this spike over here. It was already yellow while I came and the flowers were on the ground. I don't know whether it bloomed properly. That was the primary spike and this was the secondary. And on here, so that part broke too. Though this is all because of monkeys. They are breaking flowers and breaking the stem and thinking that they can eat them. So with monkeys we cannot grow fruits or flowers over here. They come at once and sometimes they don't come at all, which means they are destroying some other place. So I'll show you my Vanda separately because I was getting ready to show them to you on a video, but I couldn't because I wasn't here. And now that I'm back, I can do a separate video on this when they fully recover. There's no damage to these actually, but this Renanthera was on the ground. The hook was fallen, so they know how to open lids and they know how to unhook stuff, but they cannot open doors yet. So if they can open doors, if a door is not locked, they will get inside. That's how destructive these type of monkeys are. They are not actually monkeys, but they are a species of monkeys which are small but breeds relentlessly and is not endangered. So that's real destruction when you are in the tourism field. You know, they can break stuff that are kept for decoration. So guys, it's been 15 minutes now. I just wanted to do a quick video. I'll see you guys again in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are. Be very careful with whoever you deal with in your life. Bye bye.